family could become the Yang family's exclusive eagle caretakers, there must be something special about their monster beast taming techniques, otherwise the Yang family would have already stolen it from them. I also wanted to take a look at the Du family beast tamping techniques. I might be able to learn something to enhance the power of my beast slave seal, then old Du will go back right away to handle this matter, in 1 or 2 days. At most 5 or 6, I should have news for the little lord. Little lord, this eagle must go back with old Du for the time being, otherwise, if the family investigates, this humble one will be punished. Don't lock it up, it will come to see me once a day. Old Du will do so. You sure have skills. Just a little trick, nothing special. I'll head to the North City District first and won't be back for a few days. When I return, I'll tell you about it. Good, you go. Our son is so young, how could you just let him go? He just came back after a long time and entered secluded retreat for more than 10 days, and he left for the North City District immediately? Why didn't you stop him? Can't you let our son rest at home and relax for a while? Yes, wait till he wins the inheritance war, then I will tie him up here and make him stay at home and relax, and also, Kyer has already made us this medicinal liquid and said we should take 1 drop of it every day. A drop? Wasn't this meant to help you cleanse the demonic chi in your meridians? How can I drink it? Kyer said that if one takes this regularly they can maintain their youth forever. I want this. 1 drop at a time, it isn't really drinking. Why not pour some more? In any case, it's not poison. It also has a sweet fragrance. Since this can cleanse the demonic chi in your body, it shouldn't be bad for you to drink a little more. Might as well. For our son. Cheers. This medicinal liquid was extremely fragrant, and its taste was also exquisite. How did our son concoct it? Yes, the aftertaste is great too. Aha. It hurts, it's cuckly. Circulate your secret art. Is this young lord here to rest or eat? I'm looking for someone. Young lord, please follow me. Although Clear Sky Tavern also did some ordinary business that was mainly just a cover for the outside world, the true face of Clear Sky Tavern was actually the Bamboo Knot Gang. In the central capital, there was more than just the 8 great families. There were countless forces, some exposed to the light, others lurking in the deado. However, all of these forces were supported or controlled by one of the 8 gate families and were mainly responsible for handling things that the 8 great families found inconvenient to do themselves. The Bamboo Knot Gang waifed just one of these forces and combat to other similar forces. It was actually rather small. Young lord, here. Take this. Be careful. The strength of the people here isn't that high. The strongest is true element consultations, the majority actually still at the separation and reunion boundary, while a few are only at the chi transformation stage. 4th Master has sent someone. Please inform the Sect Master. How come I've never seen him before? Are you sure the 4th Master sent him? Naturally, he has the 4th Master's token on him. Wait 1 moment. Sect Master said that you should go to the tavern to rest first. After he's finished discussing some matters, he will come see you. Young lord, would you like to return to the tavern first? No need, I'll go in. HM? Please wait. Boom. Bang. Who? Open. Sect Master. You stand down. Bamboo Knot Gang Sect Master, Pang Chi. Yes. May this humble one ask young lord's name? Yang family's Yang Kai. Yang family. Pang Chi didn't know it was the young lord who had come to visit and failed to prepare an appropriate greeting. Many apologize, young lord. Many apologize, young lord. Never mind that. I didn't know his identity and told him to go back to the tavern to rest and wait for me. If this young lord had been lipset and blamed me, then I probably wouldn't be able to see tomorrow's sunrise. Young lord, please sit down. HM. Not bad, sit down everyone. This humble servant dares ask young lord coming to visit my Bamboo Knot Gang at this time. Is it possibly at the request of the 4th Master? No, I've just come here to play, and you don't need to care about me. It seems that you all were discussing something important. Continue, I'll just sit here and listen. Just some trivial disagreeableness. This one fears that if young lord remains he will only be bored. Perhaps young lord would like to return to the tavern first? Our nonsense, continue. Yes, let me think about it. What did you want to know? Damn it, why is this young family's son so troublesome? Right, when I was outside the hall just now, I thought I heard someone calling out "Who family, what exactly were they discussing? By all means, speak up. I've been away from the central capital for so many years, so I'm not that well informed about current events. I'm very interested in this Who family. No one dares to speak? Young lord, actually, what happened is... What? Ah. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Ah. Bam. Accept bribes from the Who family? You'll have to pay for that money. With your life. The previous 3 was true element boundary 8th stage cultivators, but the last one. That was an immortal ascension 1st stage expert. It is impossible even for sect master to kill these 4 people in such a short period of time, but this young man in true element 7th stage did it so easily. Who else wants to submit to the Who family? I don't mind sending him off. Young lord, this humble servant asks you to show mercy. The 4 people who had wanted to submit to the Who family had all been killed, the rest of the people remaining all strongly opposed them. Few. Guards. What does sect master require? Take these ungrateful out and bury them. From today onward, the Bamboo Knot Gang will submit to me. Does anyone have any objections? None. Bamboo Knot Gang is the 4th Master's attached force, young lord is the 4th Master's son, and this humble servant is willing to follow the commands of the young master. Good, tell me about the Who family situation. Little lord, it is like memory. Right, we haven't even seen the 4th Master's face for many years. The Who family is also one of the central capital's 8 great families, and they are not any worse than the Yang family. This force had already promised a lot of benefits. It is at least better than serving the 4th Master. Even if we betray Yang Ingfeng, with his personality, do you think he will pursue the matter? But if we were to refuse the olive branch offered by the Who family, it would likely lead to trouble. How dare you say that, you ungrateful? You have been living under 4th Master till now, have you already forgotten that? Spit out everything that you have eaten and cut all the meat from your body to repay him, then you can leave. If the Yang family hears about this. Before I arrived, I had meant to show you some sincerity and slowly win you over, but now I have neither the time nor intention to do so. I will participate in inheritance war soon. If you follow me, you will also participate in the inheritance war. This is an opportunity as well as a gamble. No one here is a child. You should all understand this. I'll offer you a choice. If you don't want to participate in this inheritance war, you may leave now and I won't pursue it. Have you decided? Those of us here, though many have never had the honor of meeting the 4th Master, have for many years taken shelter in the shade of his figure, only obtaining all we have now thanks to him. Now that the young lord has need of us, we are naturally willing to serve. I can tell you clearly, if you follow me, it won't necessarily be good for you, but if you don't follow me, there will definitely be bad things in your future. We are willing to serve the young lord. Good, everyone sit. Pang tell you sit too. Yes. How many members are there in the Bamboo Knot Gang? 600. Most of them are separation and reunion cultivators, while about 30% have reached the true element boundary. As for immortal ascension boundary masters, there are only 3 of us, but just now, _1 person already, 100 people, how about everyone's strength? It's all right, they don't need to fight anyways. Are all 600 people in the central capital now? Yes, if the young lord needs it, I can have them mobilize at once. Call up 200 people, I need them to inquire about the whereabouts of a group of people. Yes, young lord. There are also many things that needs to be done. I will tell those to you, note them down so you don't forget. Yes. Also, find another 50 nimble members to act as messengers, have them stand by as soon as possible. Yes. Right, what is the main business of the Bamboo Knot Gang? The gang's main business is to run some taverns, inns, tea houses, and restaurants. The gang's disciples also will often pick up some odd jobs in the city. How much do you have in your reserves? Right now, the gang has about 500,000 silvers in storage. So poor? It's not easy to make a living in the central capital. The influence of the 8 great families was simply too strong. Those secret forces who had powerful backers would often get better jobs and even some rewards from their back forces. Although the Bamboo Knot Gang was supported by Yang Yingfeng, the Yang family fourth master didn't have much status inside the Yang family, and for these past many years, in order to cure his dark injuries, he had also constantly been searching for famous alchemists and healers, which was no small expense. As a result, he couldn't offer too much in terms of resources or money to assist us. For now, use this money. Thank you, young lord. For now, do what I've asked. I'll come again soon with more instructions. This way, young lord. Be careful, young lord, this place is dirty. Young lord, do you need help carrying your stuff? Sec master, how much money did the young lord give us? 3 million. Haha, 3 million. I knew I should stick to being loyal. I will follow young master. Don't throw the money that young lord gave us now, we have to pick them up from the ground. Hee, sorry. Disastrous Sins, the fourth master's son, is much more upfront than the fourth master. Yeah. Although this young master is ruthless, blunt and direct, he is by no means an evil man. From what I can tell, he is actually quite generous. Yeah, he is very generous. Now that we've accepted others' money, no of us can have any traitorous thoughts. Don't forget, this new young lord of ours doesn't hesitate to kill. Don't worry, we will follow the young lord. I don't want to die. Yeah, we will. T isn't an exaggeration to say that the gang was a loose collection of rabble. Any decent master could easily destroy them. I just want them to find information about the group that attacked us on our way back. They are will to be loyal for money, so I will just use them for that. Little brother Kai. Little brother Kai, come up here. Pew pew pew. Come, do you remember who this is? Fifth brother. The Yang family's younger generation's fifth eldest, Yang Kong, is Yang Zhao's blood-related brother. I naturally recognized him, but I didn't expect that he had already returned to the central capital. These 3 are all young masters and lady from the 8 great families. They will participate in the inheritance war. Kong family Kong John. Gao family Gao Rang Fong. Yi family Yi Xin Ro. Come here, sit with your brother. Brother Kai, I heard that you only spent half a day in the dragon transformation pond. And I had a problem with my aptitude. There was no benefit in staying. For you that's already quite good, no? Little 5. Just keep your mouth shut. Your fifth brother has always been straightforward like this, don't mind him. The dragon transformation pond also isn't as magical as rumors make it out to be. I stayed there for 4 days, but didn't gain much benefit from it. Second brother is amazing. I couldn't stand it after only 3 days. I heard that your Yang family's dragon transformation pond could not only cleanse one's body but was also a good place to test one's aptitude, right? I also heard that the longer you stay in it, the better your aptitude is. What you say isn't wrong, but in fact, it's not that simple. No one can know for certain what a person's aptitude is, so how could a trivial dragon transformation pond really test it? But the shorter one can insist, the worse their aptitude is, that much is true. Little brother Kai shouldn't worry too much. When we last met I recall you couldn't cultivate at all, yet now I hear you've entered the true element boundary. This is already a great fortune for you. One should know how to be content with what they've been given. You should also have some discretion, right, fifth brother? You. Fifth brother. Did you drink too much wine? Now, don't fight. The dragon transformation pond is just a puddle of water. The future of my Yang family can't be decided by something so simple. Indeed, all you Yang family children are savage tigers. For these past few years, the central capital's younger generation has been dominated by our 7 families, but now that all of you are back, it seems we'll have to surrender the stage. For these past few years, the central capital's younger generation has been dominated by our 7 families, but now that all of you are back, it seems we'll have to surrender the stage. How many of your Yang family's direct descendants have returned already? 4. In addition to the 3 of us, 4th brother Yang Xinwu has also returned, seriously injured on the way back, almost killed. Right now the elders are trying to heal his wounds, but I'm not sure what the situation is right now. The tallest tree must face the wind. But now, the family has sent out more masters to rendezvous with the others, so I believe that everyone else shouldn't encounter too much trouble. There was also news that Big Brother Yang will soon arrive. What? Big Brother is back? It'll still be about 2 to 6 days before he arrives at the central capital. Brother. It seems the central capital is going to be lively again. Lu Qingyao won't be lonely anymore, hee. Lu Qingyao, the Lu family's Lu Qingyao was the central capital's first young lord. Although he was still a member of the younger generation, it was rumored that he had already reached the immortal ascension boundary 3rd stage. Such aptitude was difficult to encounter even once in 100 years. Lu Qingyao would certainly have an unparalleled influence on the central capital for decades to come. Whoever could win him over would secure themselves a big boost. I really hope the inheritance war will start as soon as possible so we can witness the methods of your Yang family's descendants. Ha, brothers and sisters, I'll do my best to not let you down. I only hope when the time comes, if we happen to be on opposite sides, you'll show us some mercy. Likewise. Second brother, I will take my leave first. P.S. They are speculating why Yan Kai didn't try to win them over. Is it his display arrogance or confidence? Or perhaps he had already given up from the start. Even Yang Zhao and Yang Kong wants to make friends with us. He said nothing about the inheritance war or anything else for that matter. Doesn't he have any ideas about us? Second brother, it's not that I'm intentionally aiming at 9th brother, I just don't believe people like him should participate in the inheritance war so he won't embarrass himself. 5th brother, you shouldn't underestimate our youngest brother, he definitely has some means. Means? What means? I can't see anything worth mentioning. Let me ask you, the 2 blood warriors who escorted you home, how did they act towards you? Don't mention them. I actually feel like it's a relief to be away from them. Those 2 were like stone statues the whole time, all but ignoring me entirely, no matter what I said to or asked them. It really makes me wonder if they see me as a young lord or not. The 2 who came with me acted similarly right up until the end, but the 2 blood warriors who came back with 9th brother were actually respectful and polite to him. Well, surprised? Impossible. The blood warriors all have eyes on top of their heads, how could they possibly act respectfully towards him? Brother, are you sure you're not mistaken? That's why I said our little brother has his means. Second brother, you think too highly of him, with such terrible aptitude, no matter his means, he's still destined for mediocrity at best. Mediocre? Does the dragon transformation pond can accurately tell how much the person's strength is? He already proved us wrong once by becoming a true element boundary cultivator from a trash right? Even if he doesn't win the inheritance war. It won't change the fact that he is still a young master of our Yang family, if not bad if flies high flapping his wings. Let's not belittle him. Thank goodness you're back, little lord. What happened? Master and mistress had some kind of accident. Please come quickly. An accident? What exactly happened? The situation of father and mother are slightly different. Mother already made a breakthrough, but the aura around her had yet to stabilize, because the energy within her body had not yet been fully absorbed. If she continued to refine the remaining energy, it wouldn't be long before her new immortal ascension boundary 8th stage cultivation would be completely consolidated. Father. He broke through more than one minor layer. Father stayed as an immortal ascension boundary third stage for a long time because of the evil chi and the huge energy contained within the myriad drug liquid not only allowed Father to open one lock in a short period of time. It had also shoved open that door and even begun to unlock a second lock. Now he had broken through to the fourth stage. What he should do was consolidate Mu's cultivation before trying to take another step, but under the influence of the myriad drug liquid, he has no leeway to do so. If his body's foundations and his understanding of the martial Tao were insufficient, it is entirely possible that he wouldn't be able to break through to the immortal ascension fifth stage. At that time, the huge amount of energy circulating through his meridians would have no outlet and could explode inside his body. However, if his accumulation over the years was enough, then Father could transform this disaster into an opportunity. Everything's all right. I'll monitor the situation here. You can go back. If anyone visits these days, tell them that Father's injury has relapsed and he is currently closing up to recover. Yes, young master. By putting up a barrier with my divine sense, no one from the outside would notice what was happening here. Father, don't let me down. After half a day, Mother's aura began to stabilize. She almost absorbed and refined all the energy from the myriad drug liquid. On the other hand, Father is still continued to surge upwards, and it seems endless. Father. Such an overwhelming force, he broke through. Come in. Kyre, tell me honestly, what exactly was that medicinal liquid you gave us? Hee. And don't say that it's a medicine you concocted. The grades of those materials you asked for are clear to me. It's absolutely impossible to create such a heaven-defying treasure from those ingredients. Fourth Master is wise. It's called myriad drug liquid. It's the distilled essence of millions of different medicinal pills, through some special spirit arrays had been filtered and concentrated over thousands of years. Millions of pills, thousands of years. This is extremely precious, right? I have plenty more of it. Just how much of it did Mother and Father drink? I drank half a glass while your father, he had a whole cup. These two are quite brave. I'm also responsible for not explaining the true efficacy of the drug to them. As far as my parents knew, the myriad drug liquid was concocted from a variety of heaven-grade materials. How could they have expected it to have such phenomenal potency? The end result, though, was one of them breaking through a minor realm, while the other had actually promoted 2 stages, a matter worth celebrating. Next time, you can't drink it like that again. N. Don't talk anymore. The demonic chi seems to be dissipating. I'm going into secluded retreat. Kyre, I'm also going to enter secluded retreat in order to stabilize my current cultivation. By the way, how long are you two planning to stay in secluded retreat? It doesn't matter how long, you just have to wait. What does that mean? How long do you want me to wait here? Don't delay me. Believe me, you don't want me to hit you right now. Sorry, Father and Mother. Pew pew pew. Young Lord, good news. What does it tamer do? Good news, young Lord. Your application to receive the golden feather eagle in exchange for a mysterious grade got it. Martial skill had been accepted by the family, and you can go to the Elder Hall in order to complete the exchange anytime. Got it. Which mysterious grade martial skill I should use in order to exchange for the golden feather eagle? There are only 2 mysterious grade martial skill on me. Apart from Star Mark, there is only the 9-star sword sex strike of 10,000 swords. If it is the Star Mark martial skill, the drawbacks of this martial skill aren't small. One would need plenty of time in order to display its full potential. Moreover, even if someone were to cultivate it, they would encounter difficulties storing enough true chi to all Star Mark to have any noticeable effect. Others can't pose a threat to me with this martial skill. Furthermore, the strike of 10,000 swords was the core indefiniteness linked me with Wu Chang'e and Qi Jianxing's deaths. The 9-star sword sect isn't weak. If possible, I don't want to make enemies of them right now. From now on, it would belong to me alone, not the Yang family. From this day, I will communicate with you through this golden feather eagle. Yang Kai, go, follow the scent and deliver this letter to the Clear Sky Tavern. 3 days later, Yang Wei, the eldest brother of the Yang family's younger generation, returned to the central capital. On the same day, two other Yang family direct descendants Lao Lu Yang and Lao Chi Yang also returned. 2 days after, another one Yang Taika returned. The world knew that the Yang family children had returned home and that the inheritance war would soon begin. The golden feather eagles resounded constantly, beginning of what would surely be a tumultuous time. Which young lord do you think will win the inheritance war? No matter who wins, let's get rid of the youngest brat Yang Kai first. Every young lords of the Yang family are frequently contacting the young lords and young ladies of the other 7 great families, and that little lord is still standing motionlessly. The ones that are most solicited are the Lu family's Lu Qing Yao and the Chiu family's Chiu Yi Ming. Every young lord of the Yang family have sent invitations to them. It's a pity if I think he already gave up. It's good that he knows his limit. At least he won't take anyone else to grave with him. Ha ha ha. Don't be shy, say it. You like her, though she ain't only at the 3rd stage of the true element boundary. It doesn't matter, she is also from one of the 8 great families. Besides strength, they will naturally provide me with the same benefits, but getting support from young lady Chiu Yi Ming from the Chiu family isn't bad. Besides, didn't you heard what Lu Qing Yao said? I would only ally myself with someone who can defeat me. The strongest among the young lords of the Yang family is Yang Wei, who is at Immortal Ascension Boundary 1st stage. Alas, that Yang family's methods are too cruel. The children from Yang family didn't get any support from this for many years. Pew pew pew. The Golden Feather Eagle had been stationed at the Bamboo Knot Gang alongside Pang Chi for the past few days and had a dedicated caretaker there. It would only return once a day to find me to receive its drop of myriad drugs liquid, but now it had actually flown back in the middle of the night. What happened to the Bamboo Knot Gang? Pew pew pew. The Bamboo Knot Gang doesn't have many members. Right now, their enemies numbered more than double their own. The opponent's masters haven't even joined the fight yet. What did this Bamboo Knot Gang do? I already released the Golden Feather Eagle while he confronted the enemy. I hope Little Lord will bring reinforcements as soon as possible. As a young lord of the Yang family, he should at least have a few masters under his command, right? Is he willing to come to our aid? Wu Qian, your Profound Light Gang and our Bamboo Knot Gang have always been well water not drawing from the river. What are you suddenly attacking us for? Pang Chi, why are you feigning ignorance? My family's young lord had already said, if you don't swear allegiance, you must die. Do you not know who stands behind my Bamboo Knot Gang? Do you dare point your blade towards us? The 8 great families' people have never interfered in the disputes between us small forces. The central capital's life is simply too boring. They only keep us around so they can have a bit of fun toying with us. Do you really think that after you die today, someone behind you will be willing to avenge you? In your dreams. Take this. Haha, interesting. What Wu Qian said is really the truth. Young Lord Hua, Bamboo Knot Gang is on the verge of collapse. Do you want us to exterminate them, or are planning to collect them? This young lord has a habit. The things I want, I must obtain on the first try. If I don't succeed, then I don't want it anymore. Do you understand? Understood. Be careful. What? Young lord whose safety is most important. Huh? This is... How? How can it be possible? This... Did Lu Qing Yao come? Young lord. Ugh. These 2 opponents are Immortal Ascension Boundary 8th stage masters. Their strength is not inferior to blood warriors. Ha. What? It was absorbed? You dare put your sword across my neck? Interesting, too interesting. Is it? Should I? Do you know who I am? Hua family, Hua Xingqian. Oh. The only son of the Hua family's patriarch Hua Zhang. Humph. Since you know why I am, you should put down the... Now he won't dare to kill me, but for the sake of saving his face, he will keep me as a hostage till he finds a chance to escape. Oh, this life-threatening thrilling sensation, it makes my blood boil. This rush, I want to open my mouth and roar. I already told you I'm the Hua family's Hua Xingqian, yet you still dare do this to me. May I ask which young Master Yang you are? Yang Ka. So it is young Lord Ka. He really came. It's young master. He raced through the night all alone to save our bamboo knot game, and he succeeded. Young Lord Kai, can you release the young master first before we speak? Don't worry, we won't make any more moves against you. Fuck, so young. Just how old are you? Hey, this young lord is talking to you. Let's talk about the situation here. Young master, as you wish, young Lord Kai, we old men are listening. Pang Chi. Young lord. Investigate the casualties. Among our members, 68 people died, and 189 are injured. Name your price, I'll compensate you for it. 50,000 for each of the dead, 10,000 for each wounded. You can pay in silvers, medicinal herbs, refining materials, or precious treasures. You want to extort me? Young Lord Kai, isn't this price too expensive? No discussions. I refuse. You think you have the right to bargain with me? This smell, floral? HM? Pew pew pew. Young Lord. What did you do, our master? Do you dare to kill me? You dare, I can let you lie in bed for half a year or so. Young Lord KL, we admit defeat. We will compensate you according to what you said. Please release the young masters first. Don't try my patience any further. Absolutely. Eh? I previously reached a bottleneck in my cultivation. Under the pressure of you two, I seem to have loosened this bottleneck. How did that happen? He loosened his bottleneck? It is important for the young lord to focus on his breakthrough. You don't have to worry about things here. This was all a result of my family's young master's boredom. We two elders will handle it. Both sides had suffered multiple injuries and deaths, all because one young master's entertainment seeking. In the eyes of these big family young masters, our lives really were worthless. Good, I will take my leave. Young Kai. Are you going to participate in the inheritance war? Yes. Good, good, good. Must you wait? I'll remember you. I'll definitely participate as well. Interesting, too interesting. You master, please restrain your anger. As long as he intends to participate in the inheritance war, he will inevitably appear before you again. At that time, he will know that having offended you today was not a wise move. You don't need to say any more. I'm not angry. In fact, I haven't been this happy in a long time. These kinds of small fights have really become boring. They can't satisfy this young master's appetite anymore. Right, how much money do you have on you? It's not a good feeling owing others money. After an hour, the shackles which weighed Yang Kai down finally broke, and his surging true Ka slowly subsided, his cultivation advancing another step forward. True Element Boundary 8th Stage. 5-colored soul-warming lotus. Since I obtained it, I had never seen this miraculous treasure again, although I knew it existed somewhere in my mind and had constantly been moistening my divine sense. I have the divine sense intensity of an immortal ascension boundary 9th stage master while only having a true element boundary cultivation. If I could really break through to the immortal ascension boundary, just how much would my spiritual energy be enhanced after my knowledge sea is formed? The next day, subordinate greets the young lord. Why are your profound light gang people here? Respond to young lord's Kai. From now on, the profound light gang belongs to the young lord and will obey any order issued to us. What happened? Young lord, it's like this, only several 100,000 silvers? Take every piece of silver out and give it to that brat. You master, you can't. These silvers belong to the part rich. Do you not fear him? I'm afraid. Do you think I can't afford it? Young master was Shingchen famous for his wealth, so why bother with this trivial thing? If you don't have the money right now, it can be taken as a debt. You don't have to pay right now. You can take your leave first, young master. No, 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 you misunderstood, young master. How dare you look down upon me? You all from Profound Light Gang, from now on all of you will serve Yan Kai. What? Young master. The Profound Light Gang had more than 1,000 members and was also known as my personal force. I will give the Profound Ling Gang to Yan Kai as compensation. That should be enough. Yan Kai will be your master from today. All of you just wait and see how I kill him in the future when he fights in the Inheritance War, ha ha ha. So this is what happened. Young Master Kai. In fact, young Lord Hu doing this isn't a loss for the young Lord. Oh? How so? The Profound Light Gang has accumulated a lot of wealth in recent years. If you were to collect all of it, it would be more than enough to compensate for last night's damages. How much exactly? A couple million or so. Right, there are also a number of precious treasures young Lord rewarded us with over the years. How does your Profound Light Gang compare with the rest of the Central Capital's small forces? Somewhere around the middle, not too big yet not too small. What if you were to unite together with the Bamboo Knot Gang? Definitely among the top 15 forces. Good, from now on there will be no more Profound Light Gang. This man will be your deputy in the future. Yes. I want you to familiarize yourselves with each other as soon as possible, and then start nibbling away at the other small forces in the region. Is this appropriate? The Bamboo Knot Gang had never made aggressive moves towards its neighbor, only focusing on self-defense, if we are told to become conquerors. What do you think? There's nothing wrong with following the law of the jungle. Last night, if young Lord Kai hadn't carved open the path with his blade, the Bamboo Knot Gang would have disappeared. In the Central Capital, battle between these small forces isn't uncommon. Peng Chi, your mentality is too rigid. It seems like your Profound Light Gang often does this kind of thing. We mainly accompanied young Lord Hua to relieve his boredom. So far, we've annexed 2 forces, but I've already inquired about which forces can be eaten around here. We were just waiting for a day when young Lord Hua was bored again before leading him to watch the fun, haha. With Brother Mu's help, I'm certain we can annex the local forces. Very good. As for the wealth you collect, leave a portion for your own development. The rest should be used to purchase alchemy and artifact refining materials of at least Earth-grade top-rank quality. Yes. Young Master is preparing for the Inheritance War. Young Master, this matter cannot be delayed, and there is much to be discussed for the upcoming campaign. We will take our leave first. I hadn't expected Hu Xingchen to act so decisively. However, it was true that this isn't a loss for me. The number of people I could deploy as henchmen had increased, and in the future, disaster it would only continue to snowball. Young Master, the Master has instructed you to see him in his study upon your return. Understood. I can't think of why the father suddenly wanted to discuss something with me. You don't have to worry, Kyer should be back soon. You're his mother. How come you didn't know your son had left the house? You didn't know either. How can you suddenly try to blame others? Don't speak so unreasonably. These 2 voices. Care? Little brat, where did you run off to last night? Actually staying out all night without saying a word to us. Do you know how worried your father and I were? What are you sniffing for? To see whether he was out drinking last night. Fortunately, there's no smell of alcohol or any perfume. Don't make trouble. We have guests after all. Little Lord. Sit down. The little old had actually broken through again to reach the true element boundary 8th stage. Wasn't it less than 2 months ago that he had his last breakthrough? When we first met, we only thought that the little Lord's aptitude wasn't bad. Now it appeared that it was far more than just not bad. Why was it rumored that he only managed to last half a day in the dragon transformation pond? Kyer, you sit too. There are some things we need to discuss with you. First off, let me tell you that yesterday, the Elder Hall released an edict about the upcoming Inheritance War. It's good news. For this Inheritance War, the Blood Warrior Hall will be involved. Each member was an elite among elite, all of them basically high-level immortal ascension boundary masters who could even fight against cultivators who exceeded them by a minor realm. With the participation of the Blood Warriors, it would be a lot easier to win the Inheritance War. This is good news. Why is everyone frowning from this good news? It am indeed a good thing, but the Elder Hall has also decreed that although the Blood Warriors will participate in the inheritance war, their mission will be limited to safeguarding the security of the young lords and cannot be used for other métis. What that means is, they can only passively counterattack, and can't take the initiative to attack, right? And the Blood Warrior's strength is too strong. If they were allowed to proactively attack, they could solve most opponents single-handedly. I understand. What do we need to do in order to recruit help from the Blood Warriors? The condition for obtaining a Blood Warrior is that you must deliver a certain amount of benefits to the family, for example, the secret arts and martial skills you learned in the sect these past few years. The more things you contribute, the stronger and more powerful the Blood Warrior you can receive. Although each Blood Warrior was very powerful, there were still differences in strength between them. Tu Feng and Tang Yuxian are relatively powerful among the Blood Warrior Hall's members. Additionally, everyone may only receive 2 Blood Warriors. But above them there were a number of others who still exceeded them, the strongest of course having reached the Immortal Ascension Boundary 9th stage. Hey, are you worried that I don't have enough to exchange in order to receive 2 Blood Warriors? You had only been outside for a few years. How much more besides that mysterious grade martial skill could you possibly have obtained? You don't have to worry about that. I'm already prepared. Do you want to use that thing? This child. Just how many secrets is he hiding? Tu Feng, Yuxian, it seems that we'll be working together once more. 2 of you, why do you have such bitter expressions? Kair, it's not what you think, don't misunderstanding. Yes, son, don't talk like this. In private I have a good friendship with Yuxian. We often discuss about martial skills and cultivation techniques together. When I knew she was one of the pair which had brought you home this time, I was very happy. I had never seen my son having such an expression. Before he had been a clever and obedient son. Why are you yelling so loud? At least listen to what we have to say first. He had already matured into a young man. If I really had a misunderstanding, I would have sent them out rather than say anything. Though, I still want you to give me an explanation. It is not that I and Yuxian don't wish to serve the young lord. If it were possible, the 2 of us wished we could pledge our lives to the little lord, to follow you through from this day, till the end of our days. Pledge their lives. What? Something I was incapable of achieving. My son had easily done it. Tu Feng declared his intent to become my son's servant, and Tang Yuxian also didn't refute either. Alas, I am too old right now, I can't compare myself with my son. No wonder Tu Feng and Tang Yuxian had so anxiously arrived at the house when the Elder Hall had made their decree. In this case, even if Capper doesn't win the inheritance war, his future in the Yang family will be promising. What's the reason? What is preventing you from displaying your loyalty to me? It's not that we don't want to. It's just that, there's something we need to ask of Little Lord. We shouldn't trouble Little Lord with this matter, but there isn't anyone else we can turn to, so we've shamelessly come to ask. We only hope that Little Lord won't take offense. Get up. What exactly do you want to ask? We've just finished explaining the matter to the 4th Master. This servant is a bit sloppy with his words, so I believe it best to let 4th Master explain. Kair, do you know how many of your brothers are back in the central capital now? I have an idea. Then are you aware of your 4th brother Yang Xin Wu's situation? I've heard about it. Yang Xin Wu, the 4th oldest among the current Yang family's younger generation, was ambushed on the way back to the central capital. And now he is seriously injured. The 2 Blood Warriors who had been escorting him had both activated their Mad Tyrant blood skill and fought hard but still failed to protect him. The 2 Blood Warriors hastily brought Yang Xin Wu back to the family to heal, but his condition only continued to deteriorate. No matter what precious medicines were used, there wasn't the slightest improvement, and then, a few days ago, he finally succumbed to his injuries and died. So far, of Yang family direct descendants who had returned to the central capital, 5 of them had suffered ambushes. In addition to myself, there was also Yang Wei, Yang Kong, and Yang Ying. However, all four of them had come out relatively unharmed. In fact, apart from Yang Kang and Yang Ying, who received some minor injuries, Yang Wei and myself were completely unscathed. Unfortunately, the same was not true for Yang Xi and Wu. The inheritance war had yet to begin, but already one of the Yang family's young lords had fallen. This was an unprecedented event, something that had never happened before. The entire Yang family is enraged at this development, swearing that they would find culprit and destroy all 9 generations of their family. The reason why Tu Feng and Tang Yuxian came to you this time was precisely because of the 2 blood warriors who had been tasked with guarding Yang Xi and Wu. Does the family want to execute them? The family doesn't have such intentions. After all, both of them gave their all, even ended up severely injured to the point that they still haven't healed until now. They did not dishonor the blood warriors, so the family naturally wouldn't sentence them to death. Every blood warrior is not easy to cultivate, and their loyalty to the Yang family is unquestionable. As long as the Elder Hall hadn't lost their minds, it would be impossible to kill 2 blood warriors over such an incident. But punishment for this failure can't be avoided. Our 2 brothers hadn't yet recovered from their wounds when they were sentenced to 100 lashings. This led to a countless number of their meridians being shattered. In this life their achievements will likely stop here. Some time ago, I suffered 30 such lashes and was bedridden for a few months. Trying not to laugh. They failed to protect the 4th young lord, which greatly depressed them. Now something like this happened. Our 2 brothers, they've become disheartened. They can't even withstand such a blow? What use are blood warriors then? Kyre, you don't understand the depths of the blood warriors' loyalty to the family. They haven't become disheartened because their cultivation cannot improve again. What they are upset about is the death of your 4th brother. They feel like they have disappointed the family which so vigorously cultivated them. If your 4th brother hadn't died they may be better, but now, perhaps I've underestimated the dedication of the blood warriors. What is it that you want to ask of me? Do you want me to heal those 2? I don't have such great skill. No, Yuxian, and I want to ask the little lord to elect our 2 brothers to fight for you in the upcoming inheritance war. Why? Although they haven't said as much, but we can feel that if for this inheritance war, if no young lord chooses them, the 2 of them will destroy their cultivations as an apology to the family before secluding themselves in the mountains. Bullshit! The family has spent so much money and resources to allow them to reach their present cultivation, and now they want to cripple themselves? Since the blood warriors proclaim absolute loyalty to the Yang family, their cultivation also belongs to the Yang families. It's not up to them whether they can waste themselves or not. Does that mean the little lord is willing to use them? When did I say that? As long as they feel that they are still useful, they will not be so pessimistic. Though we know this is a shameless request, of the young lords of this generation, the only one Yuxian and I are familiar with is the little lord. The other blood warriors and other young lords haven't exchanged many words, so for such a favor, we can only ask little lord. Who made you blood warriors all have eyes on top of your heads, each of you acting aloof and indifferent to everyone else? The other young lords simply didn't have the ability to gain our acknowledgement. Capper got Tu Feng and Tang Yuxian's acknowledgement? What? Little lord. Tap. If I say, I don't want to use them, little lord's consideration is enough. At least I will know that little lord prefers to have Yuxian and I serve you. This is an honor for both of us. Are you willing to become my enemies? We hope such a day will never come. You should pray hard that you aren't chosen by my brothers, but even if you are chosen by them, I will definitely take you back. Disaster sours over cloud. Does that mean little lord is willing? Actually, I've never met these 2 before and would not have preferred to do this, but since you 2 have come here in person to ask this of me, I am willing to accept your request. On behalf of the entire Blood Warrior Hall, we thank the little lord. Thank you, little lord. Go back. Tomorrow, I will handle things at the Elder Hall. Yes. Little lord, although our 2 brothers are now seriously injured and cannot provide you with much help, but their original aptitudes are both superb. Oh? How are they compared to you? Both of them are better than us. Hall Master once said that if they had enough opportunities, it was very likely they could break through to the above immortal ascension boundary. Within subordinate will take his leave. I've heard the names of those two before. It is said that they have the best aptitude among all the blood warriors in the Blood Warrior Hall. If they are allowed to quit because of this incident and seclude themselves in the mountains, it would be a great loss to the Yang family. Father, your words are a bit much. Even if the Yang family suffered a loss or not, it doesn't matter to me. But I still hope that Tu Feng and Yu Xian will follow when the time comes. After all, we're already familiar with each other. I understand, but Kair, this time you've made a big profit. Profit? What profit? You father and son stop acting mysteriously. Hasn't our son just suffered a big loss? Excepting two blood warriors who were both seriously injured and couldn't help Yang Kai in the short term, even if they managed to recover, they wouldn't necessarily provide more help to Capper than Tu Feng and Tang Yuxian. Please explain things to Mother. I have to go back and prepare. I'll visit the Elder Hall tomorrow. Good, go on. He sure has grown. My son really has grown lipid, whether it was his thoughts or his means. They were already much stronger than my own when I was his age. On top of that, he had so many magical things on his body, it is really difficult to imagine just what he had experienced these past few years. HM? What exactly here? Okay. In theory, they are brave, have better aptitude, and even stronger than other blood warriors. Yang Family Elder Hall. These are the treasures I got from the expedition with my master. This piece of jade is also a gift from empror. Yang Jin, one of the leaders of the Elder Hall. All of these things were harvested by this humble one. Waste. You spent all these years outside but can only bring back this trash to my Yang family? You want to trade these pieces of garbage for the services of a blood warrior? You must think I've become senile with old age. Go back, I'll take down what you've brought back with you, but know that it is not enough to have any one of the blood warriors follow you. When you have enough merits you may return to speak with us again, but with the inheritance war about to begin, I'm afraid you won't have time to prepare any. For this inheritance war, you should give up as soon as possible to avoid embarrassing yourself. If I say it's not enough, then it is not enough. Roll out. Ah, damn it, at this age he still takes others for granted. Isn't he just one-off the leader of the Elder Hall? Just give me some time, in more or less 30 years. Phew. Yang Tai, Yang Kai's third brother. Not everyone from the Yang family can become an elite. Seems third brother didn't have enough. Second brother. Brother Kai? Eldest brother. The Yang family younger generation's only immortal ascension boundary cultivator Yang Wei, Brother Kai. I haven't seen you for a few years, and yet you've grown up to this point. He only reached the true element 8th stage. Wait, just 5 or 6 years ago, he. The little brother couldn't even cultivate. He was no better than an ordinary mortal with no strength to speak of, but now, after so short a time, he had reached the true element boundary 8th stag. Although this realm was still lower than my own, the time my youngest brother had cultivated for was 8 or more years shorter as well. With such shocking cultivation speed, if I gave him some time, he would certainly surpass me one day. Has little brother also come to exchange some merits? There's no choice, the family said to come, so I have to come. Ha ha. Why else do you think the family has so much in storage? It's all things we've stolen from outside. Everything belongs to the family. One day you'll be able to use it for yourself. Yes, eldest brother is right. Are you going to exchange for the 2 blood warriors that brought you back? I saw that they treated you quite well. I have other candidates in mind. 5th brother? Why isn't 5th brother with you? With me here, do you think he dares to appear? I'm going ahead. Eldest brother is out. Eldest brother still doesn't like talking much, even though the rest of us brothers want to be closer to him. It's just his character, no nonsense, no tricks or schemes. What he said was what he meant. Living such a life must be liberating. Well, 2nd brother will be going next. Wait here for a bit. Ha, go ahead. After 10 minutes. Ha, that brat is here. Greetings, elder. Little brat, I remember you. Last time you were here you exchanged a mysterious grade martial skill for ownership of a golden feather eagle. Yes. Do you regret it? Ha. This old master knows you must regret it. Using a mysterious grade martial skill to trade for an only slightly useful monster beast, you really lost money on that. That skill could have been used to have a blood warrior serve you. I don't regret it, and even if I did it wouldn't change anything, it would only add to Elder's troubles. Dead duck's mouth is hard. Then let's see what you've brought to offer. I hope you can surprise me this time as well. Speak, how many blood warriors are you here to obtain? 2, since we can only receive 2 then of course I must obtain 2. 2? Are you serious? Is that brat crazy? No, I think he might have something to back up his words. How can that be? You know what the family rules are. I know you want not a blood warrior to serve them, they must offer a mysterious grade martial skill at the least. I want 2 blood warriors, so I must offer 2 mysterious grade martial skill or something of equal value. Impossible. Mysterious grade martial skill are not some garbage. From the looks of his expression, it does seem like he really has another mysterious grade martial skill. Master, don't listen to this brat's bragging. You need to give him a lesson even more harsh than Yang Tai. Then let's talk about your chips. This old master will evaluate whether or not what you've brought to us can be exchanged for 2 blood warriors. Pew. What kind of expression is this? What exactly could provoke such a response from him? What exactly is recorded in these? Little brat, come here. Disciple obeys. What are these? You don't even know what they are yet you're so interested in them? Right. Yes. 2 spirit arrays.